Campbell! Hello. Why did only that section stand up? Where are you from?
St. Louis.
St. Louis. Ah, that explains a lot. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much. What do you expect from a panel? Do you really expect to learn something about me? Do you? Like what? Let's play a game today. It's called I Have to Answer Any Question You Ask. Any question you ask. Just beware that it might not be the answer you're looking for. 3 reserved seats and no one's sitting in them. That's like a bus load of lawyers going over a cliff and 3 empty seats. Meaning it's a tragedy. Because there's 3 empty seats. I'm sorry for all you asshole lawyers out there. I really am. Hollywood, we need lawyers. That's all we really need in Hollywood is lawyers. They can just sue each other. All right. Now, I have a question. You'll notice we have 2 chairs. One's for me, one's for somebody else.
Evil Ash.
Evil Ash, yeah. Yeah, that's who's going to sit in the other chair. You must be from Racine. You know, I just realized I met my wife in Eagle River, Wisconsin. That was 25 years ago on a movie called Mind Warp.
Nice.
That film wasn't released, it escaped. A nearby town of 3 Rivers, known as 3 Livers. So who here considers himself a sledneck? Don't you even know your own terminology? Is this what you call each other? Slednecks?
Rednecks?
Sconsies? Cheese heads? Oh, that's so old. Everyone knows you're just cheese heads. Fine, that's fine. Do we have any journalists in the audience today? Yes. Are you a journalist? What makes you stand up, please? What's your name? Bailey? How old are you? 10. You have to think about it. You're a 10-year-old journalist? How'd you pull that one off? You work for USA Today, do you? No? Who do you write for?
Myself.
Yourself? Are you a blogger?
Sort of.
Ma'am, work with me a little bit. What kind of a writer would you consider yourself? Or journalist? I said journalist, right? So what do you report on to yourself? Everything. Well, would you like to interview me then? Come on up here. Come on up here. Come on up here. Give your leg up here. Oh, okay. Have a seat. Now remember, I have to answer every question that she asks honestly and straightforward. By the way, if you suck, you're going to be kicked off the stage. And when you talk into the microphone, talk into the microphone.
Okay.
There you go. That's it. We're off to a good start. What was your name again?
Bailey.
Bailey. What would you like to know, Bailey?
What's your wife's name?
What do you care? That was an honest answer.
I just want to know. I'm curious.
Are you a stalker or something?
No.
Because why? What do you do when you find out her first name? Are you gonna do bad things to my wife?
No.
I've been married to her for 24 years.
No, I'm not going to do bad things.
Her name is Ida, sweet as apple cider.
Nice.
Very very old-fashioned name.
That's great.
You really seem like you care.
Yeah, I do.
Most interviews don't end with one question.
What's your favorite color? Is it red? Because you're wearing red. Mine's hot pink.
Mine is not red. Your hot pink has burned your retinas into thinking that this is red. This is maroon.
Okay. That's cool. What you looking at?
Was that your next question? You are not being a good journalist. These people don't know shit about me. You should be digging to the bowels of my soul so these people know why they put my kids through college.
Well, I'm sure after this, I will go home and I will write all about it.
Here's $5.
For what?
You're gonna go sit down now. I'm sorry, I just can't tolerate that. Both of your arms are up. Why? Are you...
Really love you.
You love me.
Not like a stalker.
Would you like to conduct the interview?
Yes.
Then get up here. Let's go.
Price is right.
Let's go. Let's do it. Okay. The rules are you can't suck or you have to go away.
All right, this is gonna be
You can
sweet.
ask anything you want.
Do you
And
like
don't
my
ask
shirt?
what you're looking at.
I won't be lame.
Shots fired.
She said it, not me. I would never be that rude to a 10-year-old kid.
She's gotta learn sometime.
She wasn't lame, she was a jerk.
But I'm bad, Ash.
Oh, was that a line from one of my movies?
You know, I wore this shirt specifically for you.
Rock, paper, scissors, groovy. I've never seen that before.
See, now who's being the
Every
jerk?
fucking day on Twitter, that's all. Hey, look at this, Bruce! That's right, ma'am. I forgot that this is your session now.
So what was your favorite character to play?
My favorite character to play. What was yours? And why? Now who's asking the question?
My favorite character of yours that you played?
Yes.
Ash.
Why Ash? Because of the depth of his character?
No, because he was a badass.
He's a badass.
Yeah.
Mostly he's kind of a dumbass, isn't he?
Yeah, there's that. There's
People
that.
from Racine are popping over
There's that, but it's a very quotable movie, and I
there. Are you from this state?
Yes.
What do you do here?
I'm a quality engineer.
A quality engineer?
Yeah.
As opposed to a shitty engineer? What does that
I make sure that the company makes quality products.
mean? And what company is this? Now's your chance to plug it a little bit. Maybe you'll get a little
Engineering
raise.
Industries.
Engineering
It's in
Industries?
Verona. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Coworkers or what?
They're all gonna go shopping there
Yeah.
next week.
We make stuff for Sub-Zero and GE. You said I could plug my stuff. Go buy a Sub-Zero refrigerator. It'll keep me in...
I think we're done with that. We're done with that phase. Your shameless promotion. Give an example of what you do every day. Like, you start out with a team meeting.
No.
Hey, team, let's climb that mountain together. And do you have images of like hawks sailing in the employee break room?
No. It's pretty boring. It's linoleum, white walls.
No, it sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it's super interesting.
Okay, so what happens? When do you go to work in the morning?
I'm at work at 8 o'clock.
That's almost early in the film business.
Then I get my coffee and...
You get to work at 8.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself an excellent employee?
No.
No.
I'm not excellent. I'm better than average.
What if
but
your
I'm
boss
not
is watching this tape right now? What if he's YouTubing it and he randomly puts your name in it because he likes you secretly and it comes up? And he finds out that you're a mediocre employee.
I'm pretty sure he already knows I'm a mediocre.
Oh my God. Why does he hire you?
Work done. It's kind of like an Office Space situation. Like, I do just enough to not get fired.
Sounds like an awful waste of resources. Why would you consider yourself a mediocre employee?
Because I spend a lot of time on Facebook.
While you're at work?
Yeah, no, I'm terrible. But I get my
What do you
work
do
done.
on Facebook? Can we have a quick Facebook discussion?
Sure.
I got rid of Facebook because I realized it was completely and utterly worthless in my life. Yep, we just got back from the zoo. Here's all the zoo pictures.
Well, my point on Facebook is...
All of the zoo pictures. Even the crappy ones that they should not have put up.
All right, that's
Oh,
true.
wait,
I did
that's
post,
a zebra, I think.
I did post all of my wedding photos on Facebook. But I had a
It sounds like
super
a great
awesome
idea.
wedding, so...
Did you get a lot of likes? I hope they liked it. Can you also get dislikes?
No, but that's
Like you go, you suck. 1,000, you suck.
That should totally be a thing, I agree.
What do you do if you look at something and you don't like it?
Comment.
Yeah, you
Comment.
comment, like,
I
this
don't
blows.
like this. Who reads what you put up?
My friends.
Do you have, like, do they show up, like, when they're on, or when they're online?
No, I don't really chat with them.
You don't chat with them.
No, well, my mom. Yeah.
Do you find it a helpful tool, this thing called Facebook?
I do, because
Does it bring your
I get
family
to
closer
express
together?
myself. No, I don't really care about my family.
I talked to your mother earlier. Your mom doesn't really care about you either.
Yeah, well, that's what therapy's for.
How long are you in therapy currently?
Currently, yes.
Oh, now we're getting
Wait, I gotta get you like the Craig Ferguson pipe or something. Have you seen Craig Ferguson when he does therapy with celebrities?
No, I have not. Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty here.
Okay.
Why are you so screwed up in the head?
Because of my parents. Yeah,
Your mother in particular.
pretty much.
But you
But my stepdad
you talk to your
also
parents, don't
made me
you?
Weird.
They made you weird?
A little bit, yeah.
Are we going
They
down a road we
they
don't want
helped
to
me
go down?
They helped me become the weirdo that I am today.
And what makes you weird? Other than having a generic 1985 tattoo on your wrist.
It's a
You know,
scorpion with tribal. It's awesome.
All right, guys with these on your arms, get them fixed immediately. It's these, like, claw things. They're ugly, and stop it now.
Like stars on this
Stop it
one.
now. There's stars on that one.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's so unique. But wait, why? When you say you're weird, what makes you weird?
When I was a kid, we had Army of Darkness on VHS and also UHF.
Do not blame me for your current problems. That's fiction. Or don't you know the difference?
My brothers and I watched those two movies so much that we wore out the VHS.
What has that got to do with your parents screwing you up?
Because that's the type of movies that they let us watch. They're weird.
You want a second chance, punk? What do you think? Why are you standing so eagerly, sir?
I have a good question, I think.
You have a good question. You're going to have more than one, though. We've been through this.
I got two.
Anybody have two questions here?
I got five.
Okay, we'll get to you other freaks in a minute. You're very confident in your abilities, clearly.
We'll see. We'll see what the dog. I think that's.
We may or may not see what your abilities are. What are your qualifications for interviewing? Because we've just had two duds in a row here.
Well, fandom.
Fandom?
Yes, I'm a big fan of many things, but mostly you.
All right. That's a good start.
I like to hear more about the person I'm talking to than to talk about myself.
Ooh. That would be a start. Wouldn't it, Blabbermouth? Yeah, who's laughing now? All right, let's give you a try. Come on up there, for God's sake. Trying to get somewhere. He's got a nice shirt on. That's a good start. Have a seat, sir. That's your microphone.
Thank you. Wow, Bruce Campbell. That's pretty amazing.
That's not what you're here for, sir.
No, I'm not. All right, so I do have a good question for you. I believe with all the roles you've done, you do get a certain type of cult following because the roles are so unique, so fun, so quotable, so interesting. And I would imagine that without naming a specific franchise in general, you get a lot of people begging for you to do a sequel, continue on, hear all about that. Are there any projects that you've done that you have not...
Is this question going to end?
It is going to end. Are there any projects that you've done that you wish that you could do more with, like the one that got away, something like that?
Briscoe County Jr. I think The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. would have been a show that would have been fun to go more than one season. Because I think you could have done a lot of fun things with it.
Do you have any projects in that one that got away category that maybe are still floating around out there that are a possibility of doing anything with still?
Well, there's Evil Dead the series.
Yeah.
Woo! Now you have crabby middle-aged Ash coming back for more. He's like a Vietnam veteran. He doesn't really want to deal with it. He has a wooden hand that he lies about what happened to it. And he goes to bars to pick up chicks at like 1:45 in the morning. Then he knows at least he can maybe get something. And he tells ridiculous lies and stories about how he lost his hand. And then the dead begin to walk the earth again, and he has to be recruited back into saving the entire world. Yeah. So that's coming on Stars in October, Halloween. Now, bear in mind, Stars will allow you savages to get the version of Evil Dead that you've always wanted. There's no ratings restrictions whatsoever on Stars. We can say and do whatever we want on Stars. So, it's gonna kind of be like Modern Family with carnage and mayhem.
You won't have to wait years for a bootleg edition or anything? It'll be right.
It's coming.
Amazing.
10 episodes.
Speaking of Ash, there was a once upon a time, this whole Jason versus Freddy thing that never happened. Is that good that never happened, or would you wish that maybe it had?
Jason versus Freddy versus Ash was a very short phone conversation with New Line Cinema.
That's as far as that went.
They called up and they went, hey, what do you think of Jason versus Freddy versus Ash? I said, great, now I can finally kill both of those assholes. Hello? That was the end of the conversation. Because as you know from those movies, you can't kill either one of them.
No.
Which Jason was it? They grind off his face with a boat propeller.
His head's gone.
And then his eyes just open up at the very end, and the end credits roll. That's a ripoff, my friend. Anyway, that's what happened. That's what didn't happen with that.
That's good to know that it was as long of a project as we thought it was. So switching to another big character that I think a lot of people love, Sam Axe.
And Burn Notice.
Great character. The side movie that you did, which shouldn't have been a side movie, it should have been a focused, theatrical, awesome character. Is there any possibility that that could be a role that could be revisited someday?
Never say never. But this Evil Dead TV show is going to be very time consuming.
Yeah, I imagine.
In order to give you the product that you demand. And by the way, you're not getting sloppy seconds. We're just a lot older now, so you're going to have to deal with that. But Sam Raimi will be directing the pilot for this, and he'll have his hand in the whole thing. So it's important, I think, to tell people it's not a watered down version of the show. It's the real deal. With Sam's original piece of shit 1975 Delta 88 is coming back. I am determined more than ever to destroy it personally.
Was there the possibility of doing an Evil Dead 3? Obviously, it's now going to be a series. When that was in talks, was it going to be a Rip Van Winkle ending, or was it going to be an S-Smart ending, or what was the closest
We never
thing?
got it past.
Never got past
anything because if we made it as a feature, we were afraid it would be too expensive. And if it bombed, then the whole franchise is done.
Right.
With a TV show, if we play our cards right, you know, the Adventures of Ash can be the most fleshed out that he's ever been. The character of Ash has only had 6 hours of material, you know, to develop that character. Now we've got 10 new hours coming. He might actually have dialogue.
You didn't necessarily always need dialogue. You're a great physical actor. Expressions, sound effects, noises.
You don't have to get off the stage. It's just $1. Just saying. You definitely lasted the longest. I'm gonna kick that down your face. Oh, wait, are you part of? Come here. What's it say in the back of your shirt? You're the digital team? Oh, so you're supposed to do this. So I shouldn't have said that. So I'm sorry. Now fuck off. All right. I'm sorry, where were we, sir?
So just kind of rewind a little bit. So you're famous for being a B movie actor. I personally think I personally think of you as an A-grade actor that is sometimes in B-grade budget movies. But my question, though, in that...
This may be Wisconsin, but you're on thin ice, my friend.
My question with that, though, is that when you are doing something that's low budget, where maybe you're not getting all the amenities, how do you manage to still deliver? Do you have a certain process that you use, and like you're only taking limited takes, where you can still deliver amazing performances? Do you just come in ready? Do you have to warm up? Is there a process, especially when you're rushed and you don't have that many takes to do?
He's just that good.
I think that fella said it all. Well, yeah, the lower the budget, you better have your shit together. Because you can't necessarily rely on a director like Sam Raimi, who will find your best stuff and use it. You can't always rely on a good editor like Bob Murawski, who edited Army of Darkness. Do you realize the guy who edited Army of Darkness won an Academy Award for Hurt Locker? Bob Murawski.
By the way, B grade does not mean bad. A lot of people think the word B means bad. It doesn't. So I just want to throw that out there.
Think of the beauty of what B movies, if you will, have the ability to do. Low-budget movies can have a weird twist ending. They can kill their lead character.
Get away with a lot more.
They can get away with a lot more because you're not spending $100 million on them. There's a very logic to that. I actually find low-budget movies, aside from having no money, you actually, details. At least you have a lot of leeway.
Take more risks.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
No one will ever see the movies, but you're having a blast.
Has there been a project that you've done that was a low-budget project where you thought, man, if we threw some money at this, we could really do something amazing? Or do you think that would ruin some of the risks that you get to take?
Some of it would ruin the risk, but you also wish that it was easier to get information out. Any filmmakers out there today? You're on your own, pal. It's getting easier and easier to make a movie. You go to Kmart, you buy a tower, it holds 2 gigabytes for $600. Editing software, a camera, HD camera, costs $800. I mean, for about $3,000, you've got everything you need to make a movie. And then you take a thumb drive and you go to your local theater and give it to the manager, and they can frickin' show your movie because every theater now has a digital projector. You lucky son of a bitch. You have no excuse whatsoever.
Now the low-grade movie, the B-grade movie is cell phone footage.
A movie's a movie. It won't look any worse than Blair Witch.
Yeah.
That's my favorite movie and I've never seen it. Because of what it represented.
Yeah, that's true.
That was one cheap-ass movie. It was not, however, $60,000 like they claim. Horseshit. In order to show that movie in a theater, just the physical laboratory elements are something like another $100,000. So maybe it was shot really cheap, but look, they use the internet to such a brilliant degree to make you think that they found this footage, and enough people were like, geez, wow, this is great. Yeah, it worked beautifully. I want to send them a tripod, though, for Christmas.
The short film that eventually became the whole Evil Dead franchise, you were just for friends making a short film, did you think that would turn into this giant phenomenon that would be going to conventions every other weekend?
Yep, I planned it all. Next question. No, how do you know? You can't know that for anything.
But even daydreaming, did you daydream?
But the idea was we wanted to make something to show investors so that they could see a sample of what it is. So all we knew was Super 8 movies, little amateur millimeter. We would show that in rich people's offices and make them nauseous. But it worked. It worked. It gave them a chance to see something.
So when Sam started doing the Spider-Mans, and there was this kind of, the Evil Dead world kind of went on hold for a little while, and there was the news that the remake was coming. How much were you involved in the remake with that happening?
The remake of Spider-Man?
Evil Dead, I'm sorry, Evil Dead.
Of Evil Man.
Evil Man. It's the Evil Dead Spider-Man.
I had very little to do with Evil
Evil
Man.
Dead Spider-Man hybrid movie.
The remake, yes, I was very involved in the remake.
How did you feel about the fans' reaction to it? Because a lot of people had judged it before they even saw it because they were so...
The fans were very annoyed. Yes, you were.
It was horrible.
It was horrible. You're full of shit. That was a good movie. We took the straight approach because the original Evil Dead, everyone goes, oh, it wasn't funny like the original Evil Dead. The original Evil Dead, watch it again. It's not funny. Is there bad dialogue being delivered by shitty actors? Yeah. That's what makes it funny. We can't bury Shelley. She's a friend of ours. I can't even say that line now with a straight face. So, Fede Alvarez's approach, he was handpicked by Sam Raimi. To do this, he decided to go serious. But I give him credit, in that movie, he wanted the special effects to look like they were old-fashioned. Like when you chick cuts her arm off with a carving knife. In the old days, you'd be waiting, out of frame with a blood tube, with the tube full of blood, waiting for that thing to bite into that tube, so that, and you wouldn't know where it was going to go. That was the beauty of it. It was crazy and insane and almost dangerous. And so what Fede did in that movie is he just used digital. There's very little digital work in the movie, but what there is it was used to just remove all the tubes. So the blood is not digital at all. It still sprays all over the place. And that's how he decided to do it. But I actually think it's a very, if it wasn't called Evil Dead, then I think people would like it. Just as a straight horror movie. Give me that camera. Give me that. You're taping this.
Yes, I am.
What's your name?
Patty.
Hi, Patty. How are you doing, Patty? You're annoying me so much, Patty. Oh, Patty, I'm getting dizzy. Oh my God, I'm gonna hurl.